One of the biggest things that hampers anyone when it comes to fat loss, when it comes to anyone staying in shape, is traveling with inconsistent routine from kitchen, inconsistent routine when it comes to working out. Like those are the two biggest things that I find. And I hear a lot of women say to me, Nika, I haven't got time to work out. Nika, I haven't got time to food prep and all that. So I want to bust those myths because, let's face it, when you have horses, it involves traveling. When you are going from in between training competitions, this all means that your routine will be disrupted. That doesn't mean that your health has to slip. Okay, this is a very random recording today because I'm waiting for my train. So, literally at a train station. The joys of traveling. And I wanted to really talk about, this is someone who honestly spent over 20 years as a competitive rider. And in those 20 years, that involved traveling Europe, that involved living out of a horse box, that involved poor sleep, eating whatever I could on the side of the road. And it used to frustrate me because as someone who really loved horses and knew that as the rider, I had to show up being as strong as I can in the saddle, have the most energy I can in the saddle, and show up the best version of myself on my horse. Because in the day, it's not all about the horse. The horse plays a huge part, but if I, as a rider, wasn't showing up full of energy, strong, focused, and calm was a big thing, especially riding horses that were very young, spooky, unpredictable. I really valued how I showed up. And to be honest, this was being compromised. So something had to change. And for me, it came in the form of periods. So my periods got to a point so bad that I was bleeding through into a nappy. The clotting was extreme and it was a lot of pain. Not only that, I was really struggling with my energy. So I'd have severe energy crashes from like 3 p.m. onwards and rely on things like sugar, caffeine. I would also have about like 6 coffees a day. So this was the extent of like having and trying to survive. So what I did instead was hire a coach who taught me why I was having energy crashes, who taught me why I wasn't showing up being the best version of myself when I was riding my horse, and changed 3 things: nutrition, movement, and stress. Now, all of those three things mean that no matter where I am in the world, no matter where I'm traveling, I can maintain my body, my health. My periods can stay consistent in terms of their frequency, in terms of them not being painful. Because the worst thing is, like the other day, I was traveling on a flight back from Bali to the UK via Doha, and I came on my period in the airport. Now, the old version of me would have gone into complete panic because I would have been so heavy, no underwear, and just no access to any proper women's supplies. So thank God, because of all the work that I do, no matter where I'm in the world, my period was not painful. It was so light. And this is a blessing because since I was 18, the pain and the heaviness of my periods were so extreme that this shows you how powerful focusing on those 3 things, nutrition, movement, and stress levels, are. So when it came to nutrition, I now know what to eat, when to eat, and how to eat to optimize my hormones. So currently, I'm traveling to Liverpool for 2 days, don't have access to a kitchen. I know what to eat when I'm in supermarkets, when I had food on the go. Before, it'd be things like grab a salad, eat the fruit. I had no idea that that fruit in excess amount was only spiking my glucose, was making me want more food. It's why I had addiction to sugar. I genuinely thought I had a problem, seriously. And now I know what to eat. I know what protein sources to take on the go. Take it one step further. When you understand the knowledge of things like seed oils and the effects of those seed oils, the inflammations, what that has on inflammation of your body, it genuinely changes things like your gut microbiome, your gut health. Gut health has such a significant effect on hormone levels, on how you function, on how you can focus, on how your immune system responds to the external. And again, as someone, and I know equestrian women out there, we travel a lot, we have inconsistent routines. When you couple that with eating the wrong foods and not knowing what foods to eat, your whole health will change for the worse. And not only that, the worst thing about it is your horse feels it. Your horse knows when you're not on form. They also know when you're not as focused. They know when you're distracted. They know when you're slightly anxious. They know when you're stressed. They know when you're angry. Like, you cannot lie to a horse. And in one way, I freaking love that about them, because it is so refreshing to